All right. Welcome back to my channel, Christine Austin, talking to you guys today about working your policy holders. But first, let me put in the disclaimer. I am not an endorsed trainer from Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company or any other insurance company. And I am not responsible, nor is the company responsible for your success. Only you are. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, talking about policyholders, what we usually do is we receive, if you request, a copy of all of your policyholders, and you can get that in an Excel format. Excuse the noise, it's the dog. You guys know I got a dog. She's like one of the kids. And when you get that report, what I've done with my report is I've sorted that report based on birth date, all right? Because I wanted to pull the individuals whose birthdays are within the next 3 months, 2 to 3 months, depending on how many clients that is. I wanted to work with 200 clients at a time. So I went ahead and did the sort, and then I printed out letters for those clients, all right? Now, once I had the letters printed out, I did hire my sister to help me out. Thank you, Tanya. So she folded all the letters and put them in the envelopes for me, and we mailed those babies out 3 days ago. And I've already received about 22 phone calls back. On the letter, I did ask for my policyholders to give me a call and let me know if they had a specific day or time, as well as if they wanted to go over the information via the phone or in person, okay? So they are following instructions, y'all. So that is pretty cool. So what I've done is I gave them the phone number that would go to the voicemail, and they are just leaving voicemail. And what I've done is I've sat down just a few minutes ago and I stripped off the voicemail, checked all the information. Then I called the company and I asked for a copy of every single one of those individuals' application. Now, you cannot just call the company and ask them for all of your policyholders copies of their apps, all right? They're not going to do that. So again, I only requested the apps for the people that called me so I can have it. So I have my good stack of the apps. And the reason I wanted to have a copy of the app is because I wanted to know what we already had down for their beneficiary. I wanted to see the phone numbers that I had on file. I wanted to see how much coverage they are currently, they have with the company, as well as how much they're paying. And I wanted to know their date of birth. So I am literally going to, with my color pen, write down on their app how old they are right now, okay? And if I'm close to their date of birth, I'm gonna say, happy birthday, right? Because that makes people feel good. So that's the first step. I wanna know how old they are, and then I'm going to write on well, actually I write on sticky notes. It's a little sticky note, but I'm gonna write and put it on the app, their age, and then the PAC rate for whether it's final expense or modified, so that I can have the rates right in front of me. So I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work before I call these clients back, all right? So once I get done with that, I will have my calendar out and in front of me so that I know what days I could set appointments for those people that want me to come to their home, as well as knowing the area. That's also why it's very important to have the copy of the app, because I need to know if they're in Pennsylvania, if they're in Virginia, if they're in Ohio, because you know a girl jumps around, okay? So that's what I do to get this started. When I call them, I have created my little checklist, and it's just my own little sheet that I created, right? And you don't even need to have this. I just like to have sheets, right? But on here, I'm just have like a little check mark to make sure I check their address, the phone number that I'm calling. I want to know if it's a cell phone or a home phone. I also want to know, do they receive text messages? Because I do have an app that I use that I can enter all of my clients in, and I can send a mass text to everybody all at the same time for a couple pennies, right? So love that. And then I'm gonna check the primary beneficiary, and I just have the lines on here in case I need to make any changes. I can write that down. And then did they complete their forms? Do they have their ID cards? So again, just certain questions. I just want to make sure that everything is complete, what we have on file, and if there's anything that we need to update, okay? I've had a couple clients that I've talked to already that their beneficiary, their primary beneficiaries died, and they didn't call us to update their file. So this is important stuff here that we need to do, okay? And then at the bottom of my sheet here, I'll just show you, I have quotes. So I can actually go ahead and do the quotes with them right over the phone. So this is my prep work before I call. Yes, it takes a little bit of time, but when I get them on the phone, I don't want to be fumbling around trying to figure out, where's the sheet, what are the quotes. I want to have this done before I even call them. So that's what your girl's doing. And referrals. At the bottom of my sheet, I have, of course, the start date for their increased amount, as well as a check mark for the phone interview completed, and then asking for at least 3 referrals. All right, so we need to ramp up our referrals so that we can help the whole family, because everybody needs it, right? Everybody needs it. So that's what we do. That's what I do, excuse me. That is what I do in servicing my clients. Again, just wanted to make sure that everything is on the up and up and that we don't need to make any changes. And if there's anything that I need to do as far as requesting additional ID cards from the company, then I know at the end of all of my calls, I'll just go back to my sheets and then I'll make one phone call to the company and have all of my to-dos. All right. So I am not making a phone call, doing the checklist, and then calling the company to say, can you send this person X, Y, and Z? I do all of my calls at the end of the day, or at this point, because it's a little bit later, tomorrow I will have these completed, and I will call the company in the morning and I will tell them all the people at one time. All right. So we want to make sure that we are being efficient with our time and organized, right? Because that reduces stress. We don't want any stress. And we want to make sure that the clients know that we care. So it is important to call them back. Now, I know you're probably saying, I really need to be door knocking new leads, and I need to be seeing new people, and I need to write new business. But guess what? If you're in the company like my company, where we do get paid residual based off of our clients paying every single month, if these clients don't feel your love, if these clients don't feel that this is what they need and they cancel, your residual pay goes down. So it is important to manage your business. All right. So I'm not going to record as I call my clients, because I do not want to spend a whole lot of time trying to edit this video to blur out, their pertinent information. I'm just not going to do it. But I think that I gave you more than enough information for you to get started and have confidence in sending out letters to your clients. Let them know it's time, or just call them. You could just go ahead and pick up the phone and start calling them. I knew that I have a lot of people and a lot of orphans because I've been here for quite some time. And orphans are clients that downlines have helped, and the downline is no longer here. So agents that are no longer with the company, these people that are still paying the company are called orphans. So I reach out to them and let them know that they don't have to be an orphan. They can call me. I can be their agent, and I can help them moving forward. So that's it. I got to get to these calls, and I will see you guys later. Make sure to like, share, comment down below, and subscribe if you are not a subscriber. All right. Join the community. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.